Now, personal development. Okay. You feel guilty. You blame yourself for everything that's happening. You just can't cope anymore living in a world like this. You so much negativity and so much problems going on. A lot of us should not hate nobody. Okay? You don't hate nobody. Like I said on my other channel, you get a piece of paper out, and on this piece of paper, you write down on this piece of paper, you write down everybody you hate. Doesn't matter. If you need 2 sheets, whatever it takes, you write down everybody you hate. I'm serious. You write them down. And once you write them all down, you say, I don't hate you no more. Each person, say it out loud or say it to yourself. I don't hate you no more. And you take this, you tear it up, and you toss it in the fire. Okay? And you neutralize it. Don't just toss it. Put it in an empty bottle and throw it in the lake. That's something completely different. And that's not what you want to do. You got to do this so you can take the guilt trip away out of you. So you can feel yourself again. So you can feel happiness and joy again. When you see these people that you clearance yourself from, they're not your friends. They did something to you that you cannot deal with no more. So you have to have nothing to do with them. And you say, well, gee, that's easy said than done. It's true. You don't call them. You don't text them. You have nothing to do with them. If you see them in the street, don't say hi. Don't say nothing. The problem, a lot of this is if it's at work, it's hard. Some people leave. Some people stay. And, it's tough. And these people will attack you and try to get you to, when I say attack you, they attack you with words, or they mumble it, or they try to sabotage you. Yeah. That's why people at work are not your friends. People don't understand that. They're not your friends. They are not your friends. They are your work co-workers. Everybody's out for themselves. When it comes for a promotion or a job opportunity, they go for it. It's sky's the limit. Everybody goes for it. Don't never tell nobody your plans. Don't tell nobody your business. I used to support a lot of executives, and one of them told me, never bring the picture of the husband, just the kids. They didn't want, she said she didn't want these people at the job to know her business. And she's right. Why do they have to know? All they have to know that she does her work and she gets things done. She's productive. And that's how everybody should be. Do you go to your job? You can say good morning. And you can participate in some activities. But remember, in your head, these people are not your friends. These are your people you work with. Okay? If they're somebody that helped you get a job and they were your friends, that's a different story. If it's a family business, that's a different story. But if it's not, then you have to say to yourself, hey, this, I gotta stay out of trouble and don't gossip. So a lot of people gossip. I know somebody who gossiped and they lost their job. You gotta be careful. You can't trust nobody. Everybody's out for themselves. You can't hate nobody. Get that out of you. Can't hate them. You just have nothing to do with them. You don't have to go around them. You go and you do your thing. That's what you have to understand. Forget about it. Like I said, get that paper out. Write down everybody. First, last name. I'm not saying you need pictures and stuff like that. They did something to you you don't like, traumatized, something happened. No matter what it is, don't have nothing to do with them. Family member, they go. Yeah. Family member traumatized, they disappear. You don't hear from them. And you wonder what they're doing, but it's better to let sleeping dogs lie, because what happens is They left for a reason. You might try to find out, but they will always look at you and know that you were part of the problem. Not really. You were a part of that family, and they got it in their head that it's your fault as well. But it's not. You never did anything. You know, it's a shame. But that's how people act. That's the way they act. They act like that for a reason. So you have to understand. You can't hate nobody, and they shouldn't hate you. You just don't have nothing to do with them. You go on with your life, and you feel this energy around us, and you feel this healing. On this channel, I want to talk about this stuff like this because on my Reiki channel, we go in more in depth. But here is more motivation, self-development, and getting you to where you need. You could do the list right down on here, everybody. Write it all down and say, I don't hate so-and-so. I don't hate so-and-so. You know what I'm saying? So. You tear it up. Don't throw it in the trash. You throw it in the trash. You fireplace, fire pit, you know. If you're, adults should be watching this, Anybody young should not be watching this because you need adult supervision. Okay? You don't want to get yourself in a bad state. You just calm yourself down. Don't get angry. A lot of people are not worth it. Okay, to get angry at. You can't change them. They are like they are for a reason. They can change themselves, but they choose not to, and they keep going on like they are, and they don't stop. And then it affects you, especially as a family member, or a cousin, or a sibling. A lot of siblings, they leave, don't come back. They may have had an argument with your father, mom, whatever it is. Maybe they said, not coming back at all. And they don't come back. They disappear. But you really can't disappear on this planet because everybody can be found, Can't hide. Change the name, maybe, but hey, people disappear. And they're gone. But that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about when things happen in life. It's out of your control. You can't control it. Okay? But don't blame yourself. Don't throw that guilt trip on yourself. Don't fall into the trap. Because you get scared, worried, and this negativity is all around you. You don't want this negativity around you. You got to have peace. You got to have that positivity. Negativity and positive, same thing. But sometimes you can bombard it with negative influence. People attack with words and all that stuff. And then it hurts your feelings, Some people are strong and can withstand all that attack with it's called verbal abuse. You don't want to get into that state. And don't let anybody get on your skin. They'll like that. They get on you. They keep packing at you. You can't take it anymore. What kind of person is that? That person is not your friend. That person don't care about you. They don't give a damn. They don't care about you. Why would they do that? People who are your true friends, family members who are true and blue, it's hard to know. But when this stuff happens, then you know something's not right because they're not acting right. That's not how you're supposed to act. Everybody should get along somehow. Some people you can't. I worked at a place where they asked me, hey, can you work with that person? Why would I want to work with that person and try to attack me at work? Try to sabotage my work. I don't know why they did it. I couldn't understand why. That's why it's good to have people behind, people that back you up. Because the people you work for, they don't back you up because they have no clue you're just another number. They're trying to get rid of you. But somebody said to me, you ever need help? Just let me know. I'll send the PM down. And yeah, I did. Send the PM down. They said, oh, you have somebody upstairs. I have no idea what you're talking about. That's another thing too. You have to do that, and because yeah. But eventually, what will happen? That them will try to get rid of you. They'll look for any excuse to evacuate everything. They'll try to get, and there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, I'm telling you, people are very nasty, dirty. They don't care. That's why you have to watch your back. Remember, everybody's out for themselves. I always say you go to work, do what you have to do, but don't put up with any crap or any abuse, any verbal. Nobody's supposed to talk bad to you. Nobody's supposed to put you down. Nobody's supposed to treat you like there's a word for it. Make you an example for everybody else. No. Why are you going to be an example? No, you're a grown person, especially if you're a grown person. No. I told them, I told those VPs, I was working on another site. I am not making an example. I didn't do anything. I'm just sitting here listening to you. Pick somebody else to be. Nobody should. Well, they shouldn't pick nobody else. I know they're higher up VIPs. Yeah, two of them. They listen to me though. Tell you one thing about that. They did listen to me. Yeah, I don't understand how they act like that. They apologize. Yeah, well, that's good. You have to do your job. Be nice. Be polite. Be good. Don't argue. Don't fight. I've been on so many different projects. People fight with management. Don't fight with management. They're not gonna want you around. They're gone because they couldn't deal with it. Now, back to this. Don't blame yourself. The guilt trip is there. Write the list down for those people who cause you problems and you have nothing to do with them and you get them out of your life and get them out of your head. Take down those pictures. There's no excuse to have pictures of somebody that hurt you. Okay? With words or whatever it is they did. You don't want that in your life. So you can move on. You can't move on with all this stuff. I'm telling you now, you can't move on. You have to get this off and feel neutral. Negativity is gone from you, and you just comes out of you, and bring that positive back in. You know, you can take a deep breath, and helps you. You know, everybody has the same life force energy, and this energy is always around us, everywhere. Everybody talks about. I say they call it different names. Different religions call it different names, but the whole thing is this life force energy. You need this life force energy so you can breathe, so you can relax. Trees, everything needs this energy, and it's there. It's invisible, yes, but it's there. And you just when you breathe in and breathe out, you feel this energy working inside you. Okay, I know this is not my other channel, but I can help you in a sense where we can talk about it and direct you in the right way. If you need more for healing and stuff like that, you go to the Reiki channel, and that's on the main page at the bottom of this talk channel. Okay, all right. Now I hope this has helped you in your life, and if it has, click on that subscribe. I need you guys to subscribe. We have podcasts here. Okay, all the videos are available in podcasts. So you're watching me on your big screen TV. You can go into, if you have Google TV, you scroll down into, I think, more, and that's where they stick the podcast there. It might be different on different TVs, but you can watch me in podcast, and you can watch everything I make. That's basically what it does, basically. Okay, so we have that. Okay, take care. See you next time.